let us begin. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I am Keeper Calvin, and we officially welcome you to the Keepers Club podcast. This virtual gathering that you see before you on your Zoom or YouTube screen allows us to have this great privilege to hold a podcast hosted by a Keepers Club, a club that aims to keep young people like us away from negative activities such as smoking, drinking, doing drugs, and to really help guide and uplift young adults like us who are tuning in, especially those who might be going through things like depression, loneliness, anxiety, or even suicidal thoughts. And we have the privilege to have keepers that are willing to share this week's recording and to join this week's recording to share their experiences on how to stay healthy, happy, and motivated. Because at the end of the day, that's really the goal of the club. We're keepers to share with others as one would do with their very own brother or sister. And just like the club slogan, I am my brother's keeper, we will do whatever it takes to share the love that we experience individually and as a group. And we love to also thank the founding president of Keepers Club, who is none other than Apollo Kipeloy, for this opportunity to be a part of the Keepers Club International here in the United States of America, as well as this great privilege and entrustment for all of us to have a Keepers Club inspired podcast. So without further ado, let us all greet the keepers that have joined us today. And may we all see your beautiful faces and greet your fellow keepers by saying, I am my brother's keeper. So how is everyone today?
Doing good,
Doing
Calvin.
good.
Pretty good. Day's going
Hello
well.
once
How's everybody
again,
else?
Anthony,
Hello.
Isaac, Simon, Sherlyn, and
How's
Skylar.
everybody?
Oh, how's everyone's day? Everyone's
Good.
healthy. Everyone's treating you well.
Doing good.
Doing good. Yup. All right. So yes, what kind of things you guys been up to? Like your day? Anything worth sharing?
For me, nothing much. Mostly the normal. Going to school and everything. Today, or not today, this week, they decided to give us a lot of projects and tests and quizzes. But no worries. All doing good. On time. I still got an essay to write. But I'm gonna do it. But yeah, that's just what's been going on with me.
Nakaka-infoan for me and for our school. We have a game tomorrow for soccer.
Wow. Go, Sherlyn. Yeah, hope it goes well. And then you too, Rick. Also, wow. Go, Rick, from school. Uh, you might like our topic today as well. Cool. Anyone else? Maybe one more. What have you been up to? Sometimes we forget to ask. How the
I did
keeper's
a
been.
algebra test.
Oh, yeah. How was it, Simon?
Uh, I when I did not really do so.
Mm.
I didn't do so well.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
I miss. I was so close to passing the test. I only needed one question.
Uh,
Oh no,
man,
Simon. No
life
worries.
goes
Next
on though.
time.
Yes, sir. You go, Simon.
Thank
That's very
I'm,
true, Calvin.
I'm sure you'll be fine, Simon. Go, Simon. I think. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm good. Well, yeah, and hope you kill it as well on Thursday. So, alrighty. Um, I hope everyone's day as well been going well too. And then feel free to share about your day or our topic later on. So, that being said, let us move on with our presentation. So, as tradition, we have our disclaimer. So, for everyone, kindly avoid cursing, sharing anything traumatic. Please prevent from saying anything that goes against our slogan, I am my brother's keeper, brother or sister's keeper. And that being said, especially have fun. So, maybe I'll get a thumbs up. Is that cool with everyone? Everyone's cool with it? Everyone agrees with it? Yes? Okay, thank you so much. So, to have an awesome episode, shall we? All right, so here we go. Yes. You can all see it all right, by the way? Can you see that it says the Keepers
Yes,
Club
Yep.
podcast,
thankfully.
episode 37?
Indeed,
Yeah,
I
very
can see
clear.
it.
Yes. Alrighty.
Yes.
Thank you. So, wow, 37 episodes. 37. I remember just like last week, we were talking about 36, but also last week it feels like we were on episode 1 during the pandemic. So, what a privilege, and go all the keepers that have been joining us throughout this journey. So, go keepers, and for our brief Keepers Club history. For anyone who hasn't heard of KCI before, Keepers Club International was first founded by Pastor Apollo Sigibuloy and was first established in June 1986 in Davao City, Philippines. Since then, KCI spread all over the globe, gaining thousands of keepers worldwide, and we would have jam sessions, outings, and constructive small group sharings and discussions. And KCI, Keepers Club International, is not only in the Philippines, but in other countries like the United States of America, Canada, United Kingdom, Italy, Belgium, Spain, Ukraine, United Arab Emirates, Singapore, Malaysia, Japan, and many more. So, you never know. You might have a Keepers Club there in your respective state, country, continent, and we encourage you to reach out and join. And of course, if you're in the US, feel free to join us virtually. Just from one click, you can join our Keepers Club podcast. So, for another quick introduction, we are once again the Keepers Club podcast, and we are a podcast to help guide, encourage, and uplift the youth. And we do this through Zoom. As you can see, on YouTube is where we post our full episodes, on Facebook is where we post our group photos of all the beautiful faces of all of our awesome keepers that have joined. And we actually have quite amount of more social medias that we are excited to show you a little later on. So those are only 3 of the many social medias that we have. We do this every Tuesday, as you can see, 4 p.m. PST, Pacific Time, 6 p.m. Central Time, and 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And the reason we do so is because I am my brother's keeper. Treating one another as a brother or sister, even if we're not related by blood. You know, it really is loving one another, you know, treating one just like our very own sibling, and to really we really strive as well to gather, bond, and share with keepers all over the US, because that's what the club's all about, right? So, um, that being said, our experience, you can say too, that all of our topics relate to the struggles of being a youth. So, if you ever want to invite, or you know, if you're new to the podcast, you can say that oh, it's just a podcast about the struggles of being a youth. There are many struggles of being a young person, young adult nowadays, especially of everything going on, or how easy accessible it is, social media, stuff like that. It's also a privilege to meet and talk to the keepers all over the US, because every keeper has a special place in our heart. And it is very humbling because I am my brother's keeper, to share the love that we experienced in Keepers Club International. So someone once invited us, and we are doing our very best as well to give back, to invite, and to really share, this club with everyone. That being said, any keeper who have joined this episode would be so kind enough to maybe share a little of their experience. Anything that they're willing to share, how keepers, not only the podcast, but maybe how Keepers Club has been treating you so far.
Am
Oh, yes.
I
Sorry,
able
is that
to
a hand?
go? Oh, okay.
Yeah, go, Rick.
Cool. Um, as always, I think many of you have heard me say this before, my past reflections of Keepers Club podcast, but reflecting upon it, I really do think it's a very good tool for young people like me and like everybody else listening to, have an uplifted spirit of encouragement, spirit of positivity, A lot of times in the world, it drags us down. I don't know what it is, school, friends, whatever. A lot of times it tires you out. But here, it's a privilege to say that you can kind of find relief here. That's what I would describe it as. But yeah, it's my experience of Keepers Club podcast. So thank you, Calvin, for letting me share.
Yes, of course. And likewise, thank you for sharing as well, Rick. And very well said too. Goalkeeper Eric. Anyone else? Anyone else willing to share not only about the podcast but Keepers Club? They're in your state. Oh, is there a hand? Go, Anthony.
I just wanted to say of course, it's Keepers Club podcast is treating me really good, and also I just want to share that it's nice to see young adults grow into their personalized type of way of speaking, because not only does Keepers Club podcast talk about the problems of the youth, it also encourages public speaking. So that's also one of the benefit of it, that kids learn to speak in in a more comfortable way in public, even though it's in virtual. But yeah.
Oh, yes, Anthony. You're very right. You know, like seeing all the keepers, just with one click, but also seeing them share as well their experience on the club, or the things they've learned through their experiences, and especially to see the keepers that have a special place in our heart. So thank you, Anthony. Yes, maybe one more before we officially move on with our icebreakers. Any takers? Simon, Kendra, or Isaac? One of the first ones to join today. All right. If not, it's all good. And also regards to everyone's background and that they have chosen for this podcast episode today. So let us move on. So thank you as well to everyone for sharing, and feel free, of course, to keep doing so. So here we go. For our icebreakers, we have one icebreaker, because they usually last. Um, this one's solid. This one is called Two Truths and a Lie. So, for example, just kind of make sure, you have one lie in there. Not all lies, not all truths, but yes. For example, right? I'll go first, but just detect a lie. It's as easy as this, right? One, today I was hoping to treat myself out to KFC, but went to a China buffet instead. That's one. Two is I had music practice with the keepers here in Chicago this morning. And third one is we bought a new webcam and headphones for the podcast. So kindly guess
Could
which one
you
is the
could you
lie.
repeat number two,
Yes,
Brother Calvin?
yes, brother.
I
Oh, I mean,
Thank you.
keeper Eric.
I didn't hear that. Number
Yes,
two.
but number two was I had
Yes.
music practice with the keepers here in Chicago this morning.
Okay. Got it.
So which
Thank
one
you.
is the lie? KFC and China buffet, music practice, or new webcam and headphones? One.
I'm gonna say number one. By the
One.
way, throwback to Calvin eating ice cream with chopsticks in LA. Memories there. I
Aww.
think it's number one though. Just gonna
Yeah.
go ahead and say
Chopsticks.
that.
Who doesn't
Ice,
though, right?
ice cream
And
with chopsticks.
So
yes,
true. I should
sir.
try
Cream
that
with
sometime.
chopsticks,
That was an example, by the
nice.
way. Didn't need me to put on blast. But thank you, Eric. And thank you for everyone guessing number one, two, 1, 1, 1. But yes, the answer is one. I was hoping to go to China buffet actually, but got KFC like reversed. So that is an example. So enough of me. But anyone else want to participate in our two truths, one lie? Oh, is that a hand? Go, Rick. Or actually,
Yes, that is a hand.
Eric. Eric,
Whoa. Yes.
let's
Yes.
actually give it to Keeper Isaac to lead it off, if that's okay.
Oh yes, indeed. Yes. Let's
Yes,
give it to
go,
Keeper
Isaac.
I think so too.
Okay. So number one is right now, right next to me, I have butter cookies. The second one is that I have more than one plushie. And the third one is that I'm not going on my field trip today. I mean tomorrow.
Bring out one. Plushies, field trip, and cookies.
So number one was I have butter cookies right next to me. Number two is that I have more than one plushie. And the third one is that I'm not going on my field trip tomorrow.
Yes. Go, Isaac, from the three legendary Pokemon birds. And kindly get in your guesses, everyone. You think it is cookies, field trip, or the plushies, the squishmallows? Oh, but oh, wow. Yes, but kindly get your guesses. Is it 3, 1, 2, 1? Or yes. And feel free to to start brainstorming your two truths, one lie before we officially move on with our discussion today. But that being said, regardless, hope the cookies are very good. If you do have some, keep Isaac. But that being said, kindly reveal which one was the lie. Go, Isaac.
The lie was that was number 3, that I am not going on my field trip tomorrow.
Nice one. Wow.
You would never turn down a field trip.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's my thoughts.
I'm going to
Nice
the
one,
rodeo
Isaac.
tomorrow.
Where?
I'm going to the rodeo tomorrow.
The
A rodeo?
rodeo. Wow, that's so
Rodeo.
Texan.
Is it your first rodeo?
Wow.
No, it's like my 5th one.
So tomorrow, Isaac, you can say, just say my first rodeo. Okay. Let's
And
move
also,
on. Go, Isaac. Who's next, by the way?
I have the cookies right here.
Wow.
Can I have
Good.
one? Just
Mamaya,
kidding.
no.
Thanks, Isaac.
I got a 2 truths, 1 lie.
Okay, go, Simon.
Okay. The first one is I don't like math. I mean, I don't. I don't like history. Second one is I like algebra. The third one is I play volleyball.
There was one I missed. Sorry. Algebra, history, or
Oh, the first one is I don't like history. The second one is I like algebra. The third one is um um what's that? I play volleyball.
Oh. Okay. So, just like Eric was saying, throwback, to Simon, playing volleyball. We all got to gather. So, hope we can do that all again with all the keepers that have joined the podcast throughout the years. I don't have that video, by the way, of Simon, but other than that, kindly get your guesses in. See you know. Or two. Yes, 2, 1, 1 or 2. Nice one too, Simon. Looking forward to seeing you
Okay.
sometime soon. Go.
Okay,
Don't,
the lie is
Oh yes.
number 2. I mean no, not number 2. Number 1.
Algebra or history?
Oh, I don't like algebra, so it's not. I said I like algebra. I don't like algebra at all.
Yeah, I mean,
So isn't it
I don't know.
number 2?
Yeah, number 2. I don't like algebra.
Because for your first one, you said I don't like history, and then your second one, you said you don't like
Oh,
you
I
like.
like
I
algebra.
mean,
First one I said I
all
don't
good,
like
all
history.
good.
The second one I said I like algebra, which is the lie, and the third one is I play volleyball.
Okay.
But nice one regardless, Simon. Thank you for sharing. And do we have one more before we move on with the discussion? Feel free to also type it out in the chat. But any takers? 2 truths, 1 lie. Anyone? Before we move on. Di Sherlyn, Tia, or Paya. Keep
I will
Skyler,
try.
Ate Kendra.
Sure. Paper.
Go. Oh, yeah, go, Ted.
Okay. So number 1. Hold on. Number 1. I went to New York last Sunday. Number two, I didn't went to LA yesterday. Number three, I'm at the car right now.
Yes. So everyone kind of get your guesses in. Nice one, Ate Sherlyn. Nice hearing from you. Be safe regardless, and nice picture too, Ted. Yeah. So everyone's are you were saying 1 and 2. Wow. 1, 2. Um. Yeah. So like I said, everyone, can you get your guesses in? Other than that,
The answer
one
is
definitely.
I wish I could go to New York, but I didn't go to New York last Sunday.
Wow.
Number one is the answer.
Number 1. Yeah, go Sherlyn. Yes, thank you for participating, and assuming that you're in a car is true. Be safe or drive safe, regards to the driver. And thank you, Sherlyn. Yes, love from Gogo, Virginia once again. So, okay, thank you, po. So, let us move on with our discussion. Thank you to everyone that participated in our Two Truths, One Lie, our icebreakers. And feel free to suggest other icebreakers you might be interested before we have our future discussions. So, with that being said, let us move on to our official episode for episode 37. And our topic today is feeling overwhelmed. Wow, very nice topic, right? No matter how old we are, everyone feels overwhelmed at one point. Or maybe some keepers might be feeling overwhelmed at the moment or recently. So we want to talk about this topic, feeling overwhelmed. So we always like to have some definitions just to kind of clarify some words or terms that we might talk about. For example, the word overwhelmed, which is a feeling that affects you very strongly and will make you wonder how to deal with it. And not only the word overwhelmed, but how about overcome, to succeed in dealing with a problem or difficulty. So, some more, more foundation we want to include about feeling overwhelmed. There are times in life where you are going to feel overwhelmed of work, school, social obligations, or just life in general. So it is important to reflect and to take care of yourself too when this happens. Try not to brush them off or push them away, whatever is causing you to feel anxious. But remember that it can be difficult to juggle all of your responsibilities at the same time. And sometimes people feel overwhelmed by emotion, and this can be a positive or negative experience depending on the emotion. So we wanted to include that too, because that's something we can talk about as well. Because maybe we think overwhelmed and we have a negative connotation regarding it, right? But it can also be positive depending on our mindset. So that's what we want to talk about today. And for our official episode 37 question, that being, what does being overwhelmed mean to you? How should keepers around the world react when he or she is feeling this type of way? And do you have any experiences on when you felt overwhelmed in your life and how you were able to overcome it? So of course, only if you're willing to share, if you're comfortable. But you can also share, what something basic, like what does overwhelm mean to you? How you think other keepers like us should react to it when the time does come, or how we're able to overcome it if we're going through it at the moment. And some experiences you're willing to share to not only the keepers here, but those watching our pre-recorded episodes, possibly in any keepers club around the world. Right. So I'll copy and paste this as well. You might be feeling like this, this figurine from like an Office Max. Don't really know what to think, don't really know how to go about it. But yes, that is our episode 37 question. So with that being, is there a hand? Yes, of course, we encourage everyone to share. And before Ate Shirley maybe forgets what she wants to say, let's have a very nice discussion about a topic, feeling overwhelmed. Yes, so take it away. Thank you for sharing or being willing to share. Ate Sherlyn, you go to it.
At least for me, I think for me, I'm overwhelmed and overcome because I'm overwhelmed because first I have a school. After school, I do soccer. After soccer, I do work. And after work, we have activity in the KLC like every Sunday we do the FR and Sunday. And I feel overcome because even I have all of that things, like every day I can manage it by managing my time, my street from God. Yeah, I thank the Father because all of that things I can do it in like every day, and then I can overcome it because of the strength that God gives me and the wisdom that He gave me on to how to handle in in everything that is like in one day you have all of that activities, but you are still there participating in everything of that, and you are still there overcoming. Yeah, that's all.
Yes, wow. Thank you, Keeper Sherlyn, for sharing. And if anything, too, we believe it, especially from your stories, too. You seem very busy, and I'm sure, you're making a lot of people proud, too, so go, Keeper Sherlyn. And thank you for sharing your experience as well. A little experience of how you were able to overcome when you felt overwhelmed. So, yes, be safe once again, and then feel free to jump in later on too. But anyone else regarding feeling overwhelmed? Oh, yes, go, Rick.
If no one else will go, I'll talk. So thank you, Keeper Sherilyn, for sharing that because I think it's very true, what you said. As keepers, I think being overwhelmed is a part of life. I think you said that, Calvin, in the beginning. Life life will get to you at one point. At one point, you're just gonna feel overwhelmed because as humans, we work. We have school, we have things to go to, we have standards to uphold and to live by. And sometimes that can be a bit too much. And what being overwhelmed means to me, it's that, so that feeling where like you're so entrapped because there's just a heavy burden on you. And that's what I feel sometimes with school, especially. A lot of people feel that with school in some way. How you should react to it, I think the best thing to do, although it might be hard, of course, is to not panic, but stay calm throughout the whole thing. Of course, if you're panicking, it's harder to work, right? We won't feel overwhelmed forever. We won't feel that way forever. At some point, our workload will lighten upon us. Whether it be school, you're gonna graduate, you're gonna have summer vacation. If it's work, you're gonna have vacation or a break someday. It never lasts forever, and that's something that kind of gets me through it in tough times. But the way to react to it, at least personally, how I do it, stay calm, stay positive to yourself, stay kind to yourself as well. And of course, like Keeper Sherilyn said, managing your time. There are some practical things that you can do that I feel like will definitely help in, uh managing the workload that's put upon you. Because at one point or another, of course, life's gonna test you. Life's gonna test your limits, see how far you can go with work. It's gonna come on you eventually. So, learning to manage your time is very good. At least in my experience, that's what I've done a little bit. Learning to prioritize things better, like a schedule or something, and sleeping well. In school, how you stay up late sometimes to study. I notice, like, if you just sleep if you just sleep, like sleep early, it helps so much throughout the entire week. Well, like with just how you feel, because sometimes you can just feel down or like overwhelmed because you're tired. Like that's it. because you're tired, because you didn't sleep well. But that's a big tip that from my personal life I've found helps a lot. Just sleep, rest. But in some, sorry for taking this on so long. Um React, stay
You got
positive,
it, Rick. You got it, Rick.
stay calm. Yeah, stay positive, stay calm, manage your time, learn to prioritize things right, sleep enough, take care of yourself, be good to yourself. And that's my 2 cents in there, Calvin. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and not only to me, you know, to all the keepers here, or those who might be listening. You know, so we're really just sharing our experiences and how keepers as well can overcome. So and overcome, you know, one of these struggles as being a youth. Anyone else, by the way, willing to share? Oh yes, go Ate Sherlyn. Willing to share again? Go Ted.
So for me, it's overwhelmed. It's like sometimes you need to learn how to say no. Also, if you're like you can't do it anymore, like even they give you a lot of things and you don't know how to say no because you're always this like yes 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 I can do it, but inside of you you're already overwhelmed by the work that they give it to you. For me,
Mhm.
I learned that if you say no, I think it's fine, they can understand. Just sometimes you need to take care of yourself, because if you take care of someone else and then yourself is enough. You, I mean, yeah, for me, is overwhelmed is something that you always.
Yes, I can do it, and then they give you a lot of work, and then in the end of the day you will, when you say yes, when never mind, my English is bad.
Oh, you're good, Ted. Yeah, man. Ted, you're good. You know, there's keepers like there's keepers that only speak one language, like me. You know, so I have. If anything, we just respect it. That you're willing to, you know, speak like that. And then there was never a time where I was like in my mind like, well, like why does she sound like that? You know. So thank you for sharing, keeper Sherlyn, and yes, go Ted. Anyone else, by the way? Yes. Oh yes, the one who was giving a hand of applause. Nice seeing you too, Simon. Go Simon. Oh, I'll call you next too,
Okay.
Isaac. But go Simon.
So, as what people have said, when you're being overwhelmed, well, to prevent being overwhelmed, that's the first thing. To prevent things, because when there's another way to combat a problem, such as being overwhelmed, you prevent it by, time management. Just what like Eric said earlier and all the other people who have talked. Time management is very important so that you can prevent yourself from being overwhelmed. Let's say, for example, school, like high school or college, you have these assignments or essays, you have to study. Try to make time for that. You can't always say yes to people, just like what Idai said, that you can't always say yes to people that you will, do a task for them every single time, because, we're all humans. We're not like robots. We don't have 7 hands. We don't have 7 clones. And well, time management is one of the most important things when it comes to not being overwhelmed, because the more weight you put on yourself, the more you feel more overwhelmed, and then you become stressed, and then you have that anxiety, depression, and you get out of control. Another way is to plan things out before like school, when you're doing a test, when are you gonna wake up, what time you're gonna sleep, when you're gonna wake up. If you don't eat at school and you prepare your own lunch, what time you wake up, and then the time you cook, the preparation, everything. You always plan. You always have a plan for everything. And because, if you do not make plans beforehand, things may get out of control. And if you're just, walking without any purpose, and when you feel overwhelmed, just try, you know there's a movie, Bruce Lee, the movie, I think Enter the Dragon. There was a fight scene when he was fighting in the cave, right? Like there was like the bad guys, right? And then he went to this one spot where um there was doors that closed on him, right? And he has nowhere to go. If you were there, if you were like a normal person, you would feel overwhelmed because you see all the doors closing on you, and now you feel trapped. But you know what Bruce Lee did in that scene? Instead of just banging on the door and trying to like break the door down, you know what he did? He just meditated. He just sat down and meditated. you know you don't have to waste your energy because you're gonna have to fight later. you know when you feel overwhelmed,
Ah,
don't let that, because just feeling overwhelmed is it's just being in it's just only in the mind. you know it's about the mind, how you take it. Others may feel overwhelmed, they may complain every day that I feel overwhelmed, I feel stressed. That's in the mind. You got to strengthen your mind, not the outside. It's the inside that counts. you know if you let stress come to you, you let yourself feel overwhelmed, you let yourself get out of control, and you start saying, I hate life, I don't want to do this, I quit. That's not a good mentality. You gotta find the best course of action. When you're trapped in a room, you know let's say you get trapped in a room, bang the door. you know you're just wasting your own energy. And yes, as that movie Enter the Dragon, where Bruce Lee just meditated, because there's no use in wasting your energy and just panicking. Just meditate and plan your next course of action. You have to plan always. And you always have to have another plan B, because not all plans will work out, because life may throw us many different types of scenarios. It may be awkward, it may be stressful, it may be a bed of roses one time, and then the next time you're walking on nails, you're walking on Legos. So you know if you don't want to feel overwhelmed, always plan your next course of action, especially when you have tests or like finals. Don't let the stress come to you. You're gonna just feel stressed and stressed until the day of the test. You still feel stressed, you're gonna fail that. So you have to plan a week before or a month before. You're gonna study, you're gonna do all that work, because if you just let yourself feel overwhelmed in life, because it's like a weight dragging you down. We're all like, life is like leveling up, right? If you let stress take you down, you're gonna go down in life, you're gonna level down. That's why don't let that fool you. It's all about the mind. And spiritually, the sometimes you feel like empty, you feel like stress, like the world may crumble around you, because especially when there was COVID, there was quarantine, and we're not used to that. It's a new normal, and we're not really like meeting people face to face, because we're used to like saying hi, hi guys. Oh, when you're going to school, you meet your friends, hi, what's up? Oh, dap me up. Okay, hey, what's up? And when COVID came, COVID right here, everything just went shut down. Someone just like turned off the light switch, you know and then problems after problems. People become stressed, they get overwhelmed. They don't know what to do. You know, when you feel like that, you know, sit down. Like, just go to the bathroom, go to the room, a secluded place. When I feel overwhelmed myself, you know, you you find a secluded place, or you can just, your mind focus on what's the next course of action. Let's say you have time limit for like tasks, right? Like you're doing chores at home. Let's say that something simple, chores, and you don't have time, you got to go somewhere, right? Like, let's say you got to fix the room, you got to clean the you got the laundry. Try to do as much as you can, you know. Try to get the small things or the easiest things done first, so that they don't have to trouble you, you know. It's all about time management, planning, and also the mindset. You have to, don't let anything in life, all that negative energy, don't let that drag you. Always look up to the top. Always take the stairs of life, not going down but going up. Because, anybody may say, bad things to you. Life may throw problems at you, you if you feel like that, just find a place, you pray or you meditate, or like chill, cool down. Maybe grab a glass of your favorite drink, grab a favorite can of soda, you know relax. Because life is like a test, how you take it. you know the successful people, it's they train their mindset. All the athletes, they train their mindset every day. That's why when they that's how they overcame those problems. That's how they overcame those challenges in their life. Let's say they're trying to win the Olympics, that they're aiming for the gold medal. They're training every day. It takes dedication. It takes all that time. No normal human being will do that by, like, it's not like magic that they do this. They do it every day. They train. And I don't want to hold it for too long, but you know all in all, it's all about time management. It's all about planning the next course of action. It's all about the mindset, and always, relax, spiritually, physically, and everything. There may be things that may try to overwhelm you. It's like a pipe. There's one hole here, and then you put your finger there, and then the next thing you know, another hole comes. Oh, you gotta put your finger there, and then more holes. you know don't think about that. Plan your next course of action. Relax, meditate, or pray. Prayer is also helpful, especially when you feel overwhelmed, especially spiritually and even physically. Like, you have many things, you pray because the man upstairs will help you. He will give you that wisdom, he will give you that knowledge. Because there, in this world, we cannot, there's so much knowledge that we can learn, but it's like so overwhelming. But every day you have to walk that step of life. Every single day you gotta have to climb those hills, those valleys, all those ups and downs. you know and life is limitless. As you think of it, it's like a game with like endless size. You level up every single day. Always level up, don't go down, because once you go down, that's called game over. Don't always look up. Always be the winner. Don't be the victim, don't be the loser. you know People may try to bully you, cyberbullying, or at school or other things. You may have like maybe disabilities or mental diseases, or disabilities that may hinder you. But don't think about that. That's your body. Your body doesn't control you. It's the mind. The mind is your headquarters. It's what you think. What you think is like an input and output. What you think is what your body will do. You move this hand, right? Who's moving this hand? If I move this cup, I want to drink. Your mind wants to drink, right? That your hand, you pick up that cup. Who's thinking? Right here. Who's thinking the next course of action? This one. All the other body parts, they just move. You want to eat steak, right? You want to buy? You don't just teleport, you know? You're thinking about, oh, you gotta walk there to that restaurant, buy that food, whether it be steak, sushi, whatever. And then it's all the mind. Because what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So I want to end on that note, and that's it. Thank you for the topic being overwhelmed.
Yes. Go Simon. I don't know how to top that, so have a good night, everyone. Bye. So, really quick, I'll add on after. But Simon, if you're still there, really quick, I wanna hear your
I'm here.
response.
I'm gonna get some water.
Oh, okay, I'll just share that.
I'm still here. Wait, I'll open my camera. Okay.
Be safe, getting water, Simon. But okay, yes. If anything, I just like to say, with our topic being overwhelmed, just depends on how you react. Your reaction shows everything. We talked about it in a previous episode, actually, right? Your reaction says everything. Whether you have a panic attack, whether you keep calm, whether you spread it, to other people, negativity, you show how bothered you are, or you keep your cool. Just like Simon was saying, you go to the CR and you deal with it yourself, and then just come out as if nothing happened, right? Also, too, when you are feeling overwhelmed, you never know. Just like we mentioned, it's something I learned too. It's in our foundation. It could be positive or negative. Negative, of course. You don't know how to react, but positive. It's a privilege to stay busy, or to have all those entrustments. You can say, to really be used. You can really. It's as if you're really entrusted, and people know they can trust you. So you're really being used as an instrument for whatever needs to be done. And when the time comes when you do feel overwhelmed, sometimes it's just we're procrastinating. Sometimes our freedom of choice, you can say, to just disregard it until the last second, the last minute, the last day, the last night, and then it's just all our fault, right? But when that happens, if anything, we learn through the podcast, or we learn through Keepers Club, that you don't lose your joy, you don't lose the fruits of the spirit, right? Keep your joy, keep your love, keep your meekness, your temperance, your faith, and take care of yourself too, whether that be physically, mentally, or especially spiritually. Don't lose yourself while you're being busy. You even be overcome. You're overwhelmed by it. Don't lose yourself. Meaning, don't lose sight of your goal, or don't quit. But also, it shouldn't even be that. Just do it, right? Just be strong. Don't be weak. And at the same time, you never know who is watching. You never know. You can be an inspiration to those around you. But with that being said, if anything, here in Keepers Club, we learn too that there are people that we can look to who have done it, who made it a lot easier for keepers like us. So sometimes too, everyone has their own, motivation, someone to look to as their, who has paved a highway for keepers like us who are so privileged. So once again, we never know. You never know who is watching. It's like, wow, no matter how busy they are, even all the keepers here, all the keepers that have joined, and even past episodes, we see how busy you are. It's evident that everyone has their own responsibilities. They might be working, they might be in school, they might be having their own challenges, their own life obstacles, or all of the above. Well, look, they're still here. They're still strong. They even had time to join the podcast, for example. Wow. So, if anything, how you react, maintain the fruits of the spirit, take care of yourself, and when you're instead of being overwhelmed, then it's time to overcome, right? To be an overcome. So, um, that's my final note. And then, anyone else who haven't shared or responded? Yes, go, Keeper Isaac. Before we move on, go.
So what I think overwhelm means is to be compacted with stress or compacted with stress and fear. I think overwhelm, when you get overwhelmed, it causes, like the assignment says, it's all in your mind. Um, it controls what you do, and you need to take a second and breathe and see what's going around you. But I think when you get overwhelmed and you're full of fear, it takes your abilities to do things that you usually do, and the things that like you are like really brave about. Like someday you're really brave about this. Like when you go ziplining, when you're going down a zip line, when you're maybe older, you you were you were able to cross the zip line, but when you were little, you were filled with a lot of fear and and a lot of stress, but you decided not to go on the zip line, and it causes you not to do the things that you want to do or you need to do. And now when you get older, you stop being overwhelmed, and you got more experience. And an experience with me of being overwhelmed is that when I was at school one day, um our teacher, when you're like the first one to get finished with your due now, and you get it right, you get to check. And at the beginning of the school year, um there was a kid who gets to go around and check all the due nows, and that kid was me. And at the beginning of the school year, everybody would follow you and scream your name, like, come over here, come check me. And that was me. I was walking around and I had like 7 to 10 students following me, yelling my name, like, come check me, come check me. And then I was just full of stress, like, who can I check first? And they kept on calling me and they started getting mad at me. And then I screamed, I'm only one person. I just popped right there. Um, then everybody started to be quiet and seeing there that I'm only one person. I can't do anything at the same time. Like the assignment said, we're not robots with 7 hands or 7 clones. It it's a lot of stuff happens when you get overwhelmed, and that's all I have to say.
Yes, wow. Thank you for sharing that, Keeper Isaac. I'm glad you're safe from that situation as well. And go, Keeper Isaac continuing to overcome as well. So, go, Isaac. Could you just take this moment as well to give a shout out, recognize as well, baby Sherlyn. Hello there. Baby Sherlyn there in Virginia.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello, Sunshine.
Nice seeing you.
Her name is Sunshine.
Her name is Xing Xing.
Shenshi?
Sunshine.
Xing Xing.
She. Nice seeing you though. Wow. You guys look like sisters or something. Wow, where's the father? Or, yes,
He is-
so
You were actually very close on saying her name.
good
The
attention. I forgot.
assignment was
Oh,
actually very
yeah,
close on
that's Sunshine. Like
He's-
the sun.
and
Go
after
sunshine.
is
Yes. But yeah, nice seeing her though. Wow. In podcast. And yes. So before we officially come to a close, is anyone else final thoughts or anything they'd like to add Yeah, sure. Go to.
So for me, as you growing up, as you become matured in physical, it's like more people will gonna trust you, and and also in your family, because you're going the right, like when you're turning 18, that's when things will overwhelm you, because first they want you to work, next they want you to get a degree, and third they want to help your family. And I think that age, 18, for me is the
Yes. Thank you, Keeper Sherlin. Regards to all those with you as well. And of course we really appreciate all the keepers joining, no matter what they have going on throughout the day, or no matter how many people are around them. So oh yes, a random round of applause. But any other final thoughts, or if anyone would like to continue?
Want to say something?
Yeah. Go Ton and Ton.
So, um, for topic of overwhelm, we also have the choice not to be overwhelmed. And I know it's easier said than done, but if you come to think about it, being overwhelmed or overwhelm itself, it's a spirit. And if you fill yourself with a spirit of overwhelm, you're always gonna be anxious about something. Being anxious, overwhelmed, you're gonna feel pressurized. You're gonna feel panics. Like have panic because of that, because of your and like I said, it's easier said than done. But you always try to find ways to make it better. It prevents you from having from being overwhelmed. Like you all said, you can be overwhelmed from homework. You can be overwhelmed from turning 18, have more accountability. More accountability. People tend to get overwhelmed when they have more things that that's possible to do. Sometimes they don't get to do it, and so they don't feel like they feel overwhelmed. If just if you always look at the bright side, because for me, I understand all of your points, but for me, I really believe that being overwhelmed is just spirit can um overthrown. Find the key. There's always a key for everything, and like for financial struggles, there are more ways to gain financial blessings than just sitting on your couch, going on the freeway, and just like being overwhelmed, there's also a key to, like I said, look on the bright side, find what's making you anxious, find what's making you feel anxiety. All of those things that cause overwhelming, uh, because everything has symptoms, everything has signs. Of course, feeling overwhelmed, like you start breathing faster, hyperventilating, feel like everything is thinking, or no things like that. But if you know that you're feeling that, think of something else, because when your mind, you know, adapts to it. So your mind is a powerful thing. Brain is a powerful thing. Like I don't know who mentioned it, but being overwhelmed. So if you can just change the way that you view something, it prevents you from having overwhelmed feelings, right? So yeah, like I said, just to conclude, being overwhelmed is a spirit, and having a spirit, we have a choice to whatever spirit um, we present in our lives, like spirit of joy, love, peace, evil. Although I don't think anyone likes presenting the spirit of evil. But yeah, that's all I had to.
Yes. Well, thank you, Keeper Anthony. Thank you for sharing, Anton. Yes. Oh, so before we, uh, oh, I was gonna ask Sunshine if she wanted to add, but any other absolute final thoughts before we move on with our presentation? Maybe those who haven't spoken yet. Oh, I mean, well, yeah, if you're available, of course. But like AC or Adigandra, that's anyone else, you know? No, what it was? Once and a half, twice. All right. So let's move on. Let's see what else we have for our presentation. So very nice, no? So here we go. That was episode 37 question. And here it is. We also have our show us your talents. So that being said, anyone, you know, has this opportunity to maybe show off their talents. Maybe if you wanna, I don't know, share a little of your talent or a story, you know, about your talent and then maybe showcase it. You know, not many people have opportunity, you know, showcase their talent, not only for other keepers, but virtually and then also in a pre-recorded version. If not, that's okay. But any takers? We have this every week. Going once, going twice.
I can go.
Oh, I was gonna say I'll go too. Hey, go Anthony.
Okay,
Yeah.
hold on.
Let me know when you're ready, Tom.
Can you go first?
Oh,
I
it's a
just want
video. It's like a minute video. I think you've seen it before too.
you. You have a minute video.
Yes, sir. How about you?
Okay. Okay. So
Oh, cool.
you can go first. You can
Okay.
go first.
Okay. Ever ready? This is. Oh wait, where's it at? Okay, this is like a minute video, but I kept re-listening to it, like literally kept re-listening to it while helping prepare this episode, you can say. So here we go. All right, this is Nathan and I. Oh. All right, so yeah, I didn't realize the music is still on, but yes, that was Nathan, and
Oh, good job. You have the.
I don't know. Was there music in the background? Like a
Oh, I
second?
didn't hear any music.
Oh, it was good, right?
Yeah, it was clear.
Okay, yeah, I just double checked. Okay, thank you. But yeah, that
You're
was
welcome.
Nathan, and
Nice Adidas bucket hat.
oh yes sir. Yeah, thanks. I like borrowed it from my brothers and sisters actually.
Adidas.
Oh, okay. Who's next, by the way? Are you ready, Anton?
Yes. I just
Okay.
want to know. Hold on.
Alrighty. Let me know when you're ready.
Can you hear it?
Wow.
Yeah, sounds good. Are you singing tune? No.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you like play in and sing a note?
Testing.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, let us give it up for keeper Anthony. Anthony.
Okay.
Is it me or is he cutting out? Because I can't hear the piano anymore.
Ton,
Did I?
one more. In the beginning,
Up?
but yeah, it was kind of one more though, Ton. One more.
Hold on. Let me turn off my noise.
Sample.
Um, hold on.
I don't have my light ready either.
How can I change my
One more. And
background?
also, while he or anyone else is preparing,
Sample.
you know,
More
you want to
sample.
perform, you got a video, want to sing, Rubik's Cube, or any other talent that you're willing to share for our podcast. So we're looking forward to it as well. But kindly let me know, Keeper and me.
I'm not
Um,
sure if this is
I,
Yeah.
I I don't know how to turn off my noise, my background noise cancellation thingy. So if it connects, I mean my if my audio cuts off, my bad.
Why don't you just
Good,
put
good.
your
Go, Anthony.
Okay.
Boy,
Okay.
if anything, try that arrow to the mic and then audio settings. And then I'd play around with that.
I'm on my phone.
Oh yeah, so it should work.
Okay, can you hear me
I
better?
mean, not the best, but like, yeah, one more. You got it, Ton.
Okay. Hold on. I need to get on my. Give me 1 second. Alright.
Or do you
Okay.
need another minute?
Can you hear
Like,
me? Can you?
yes. Go, Ton.
My
Good
audio
job,
messed up.
Anthony.
Yeah,
So
you're good. Nice one, Anthony.
I just did it.
Woo!
That was the best sample I ever had.
Yes. Oh, nice. You can tell it sounds pretty. The audio still a little, but if anything.
I'll redo it and record it so that next podcast I can sing it again if there's more people.
Oh, yeah, up to you.
And also that so that the audio is not messed up.
Go Ton.
Thank
Yes,
you.
but just like Simon saying, good job with the piano and singing. So very nice.
I don't know if
Looking forward to it as well. Good.
uh what
Wait,
talent I have.
wait,
I
one sec.
mean,
Also, too, Isaac, you were saying, did you wanna maybe perform too, Isaac,
Anthony.
Keeper Isaac? Or was it?
Um, I just wanted to like showcase how I got the talent of beatboxing.
Yeah, sure.
Wow,
Go ahead.
beatboxing. Go.
Um, so it started off when like I started off my drumming talent
Hmm.
when I started playing the drums, and then I had one teacher, and then I had another teacher, which is my uncle Anthony. He used to play the drums, and then I had another teacher. His name was Kuya Anjun. He's still here
Mhm.
with the keepers over here at Texas,
Yes.
and he knew how to beatbox, and he was really good at beatboxing to me. So I asked him if he can teach me a little bit. Um, he he taught me some basics, but then he started getting more busy and more busy with the stuff that he had to do. So I went on YouTube and I started watching the shorts, and then I found this guy who can beatbox really good, and he had a beatbox career. And so I started listening to him, and he showed me that I don't have to like keep beatboxing the same way. I can mix it up a little bit. Oh,
Hmm.
for
Okay,
Shelly.
good. Keeper Isaac, what was that beatboxer's name, by the way?
I don't really know because he stopped going on my page. Like he just disappeared from the internet.
Can I ask what he looked like?
Like he was wealthy because he had all these technologies and everything. And
Was was he like tall, white? Did he have a hat? British? British?
no, he wasn't British. Um he was wearing like a beanie sometimes.
Was it codfish?
Like he said that again.
Codfish.
No.
Ah,
I don't
okay.
really
Never mind.
remember.
All good, all good. Wait. But if anything, yes. Or are you gonna showcase it, by the way? Real quick, Keeper Isaac?
Um okay.
I mean, up to you.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, take it away. Go, Keeper Isaac.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah, nice one. Keeper Isaac or beatboxing and Rubik's Cubing on the podcast. Go, Isaac. Woo! Yeah, thank you, by the way. We'll talk more later because I kind of like watching beatboxing too, and especially Keeper Isaac. Wow, so thank you for sharing. And any last minute performance before we move on with our closing
I don't know.
takers.
I don't know if this is a performance, but oh well. You know me, I like learning new languages. I started off with Japanese,
Japanese.
and then I said my uh first name and last name is like how you introduce your first name and last name.
Hmm.
So I build up on that. So okay, I think I learned how to say my birthday and then my grade. So okay, we start off Hajirimashite. So my name. So I would introduce my name. Onamae wa Simon des. Myoji wa Espartero des. And then for my um grade, nanin sai desu ka? Ichinen say this. And then for my age, nanin say desu ka? Jugo say this. And then for my birthday, Tanjobi wa Shichigatsu 25日です。ありがとうございました。どういたしまして。
Wow, go Simon. That's so nice, Simon. You like started. You're like the first one too to speak in another language as our Show us your talent. Very nice. Go Simon from Japan. And yes. Oh,
Next one
yes.
is from Russia. Joke.
Thank you once again, Simon. Go, Simon. Keep going. Was there another hand, by the way? Wow. Go, Charlotte.
So for me, I think I have a talent to do construction because before when I was a kid, because I like to do a sari store. Before when I was like 7 years old, I want my dream is to become a cashier, and then I made a small house to put my sari store, and I did it by myself. I put some like a small house, and then now that I'm senior, I have a class that uh, do construction, and now we're doing this chair. Um,
Wow.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
you made that
the one we did. We recently done this today.
Wow. Make
today.
sorry story die. I'll take your
Yeah,
whole
Wow.
stock of snack.
Very nice.
and I wanna do this like this for my mom's
Oh.
bedroom so that they can put their like clothes like that.
Uh-huh.
Shoe cabinet.
Like shelves? Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, go Sherlin. And then are you able to like maybe showcase it, like start cutting up the wall behind you or like the beautiful paintings, like right there?
Minecraft.
If not, it's okay,
So,
but
so also this
oh.
row, I did this also.
Wow.
Wow.
Aesthetic design. Wow. With the lights too.
Oh, I will put the
Very
light.
Lots of
good.
vibes.
Hold
You're good, you're good. Be safe.
The only thing I learned in construction is building a house in Minecraft with dirt.
Yeah, that's very nice. Like I feel
A
like I'd
stick house.
lose a finger trying that. So goalkeeper Sherlin without an E. Simon, by the way, did you
I
get
can't do
a retainer?
construction. I only make stick house for for box.
Go Simon. Simon, did you get a retainer or something? Or braces?
Oh yeah, I already have braces, but
Looks good.
I'm getting them taken out on March. So
Wow.
now I can play trumpet without the
Ah,
feeling of the braces.
yes. Wait, what's room back to keeper Sherlin? We're glad you're safe.
So
I'm with
actually,
you.
this light, I just put like some red t-shirt. This is sunshine t-shirt, so that it turns red. I just put t-shirt, but this is
Let's take note, everybody.
Wow. Yes. Oh, wait, just know it's really wholesome too. Seeing like keeper Sherlin talk about like her passions, like like sharing with us, and then it's like, hey, we gotta share with the light. It's good as to know. So go keeper Sherlin, and be safe too. Regards to the it's like hope the shirt doesn't get too hot, but thank you. Go keeper Sherlin. That was really nice as well. Hearing you talk about your passion and you like fulfilling it when you got older. So go Sherlin.
Oh, good job. I can't even make a house. Only a stick house for a
Mhm.
stick man.
And with that being said, before it gets too late, let's move on. Um, we can continue to call after as well. But if anything, regards to Keepers Club International and our beloved president, for the opportunities for all these talents, as well as to really showcase and discover the God-given talents that we were blessed with, and multiply them, and to share it with other keepers as well. So go all the keepers. And yes, let us move on. Is that okay? Alrighty. Yes, very nice. So what a nice show us your talent. nice seeing other talents being showcased, like speaking languages, uh, not only videos, but like photos of like things you've been up to. Wow, so very nice. And let's continue every week to show us talents, no matter what it is. And of course, shout outs to all the new faces, returning keepers, like keeper Angelo, keeper Anthony, Eric, Isaac, Sherlin, Kendra, and Simon. As well, of course, Keepers Club International, and the president of Keepers Club was our beloved president, Pastor Apollo C.K. Beloy. And also, any others? Any quick shout outs? Any shout outs, for example, thank you to all the keepers that have joined. Thank you to all the talents shown, everyone participating, even of your busy schedule, anything you could have done today at this moment, you chose to join the podcast. So thank you for joining, and then I'm grateful as well, for the podcast, this opportunity to to at least like facilitate. So any other shout outs? Here's your opportunity, to give show some love, right?
Shout out to everybody who joined.
Yes, likewise,
Shout
Simon.
out. Shout out to Isaac. He's beatboxing. Me, I can only beatbox, but the spit is coming out like a water hose.
Hmm.
Shout out to Anthony who always sing in the podcast.
I was gonna say, you know, go Anthony. Um,
Yeah. I was
And
gonna.
shout out also to Kuya Calvin who always make a host for this podcast.
Oh,
Shout out
yes, ma'am.
to shout out to Sherlyn who do construction. I can't even make a house. It doesn't even go to the drawing board before
Hmm.
it gets scrapped.
Yes. And of course, shout out, what a privilege for all of us, our podcast, right? And then everyone joining in, all those tuning in. Yes. So thank you as well, the Keepers Club International. This is bare minimum I could ever do to give back. Um, so I'm glad every time. Any others that yes, yes. Go Ton.
I was just saying I was gonna shout out Super Skyler, but she left. But shout out to everybody for being here.
True, true, true.
You guys are not.
Yeah. Shout out to Keeper Skyler. Of course, even if you're not able to join throughout the whole thing, we're very happy for her to join in any other returning faces, returning keepers. So, regards to them, and nice one as well to everyone doing a part to share, to invite. So, with that being said, yes. So this is what we wanted to show you. We really hope you enjoyed, and we'd love to see you for episode 38. Also, kindly check out, our flyers. This one, Keepers Club Podcast. Also, this one, Keepers Club Podcast, Youth Empowerment, every Tuesday, 6 p.m. CS time. Of course, we have these Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Zoom, but you can also check out our link tree. This one has our Zoom. You can just click it and it gets you right to those social medias. For example, you click Zoom, it lets you join it, right? Also, you just click it, boom, you want to go on our YouTube, you want to see the episode, you just click it. Instagram, you can see our group photos, right? Snapchat, we'll be working on these, Twitch, Discord, Twitter. But we have all of our links here. So we'll continue to work on it. And we're always striving to get better and evolve our podcast. So, and lastly, may we all take a podcast group photo. Right. So we're very happy for a blessed episode and for allowing us to evolve. We'll continue to try to do better and better, not only on Zoom, on OBS, on in our presentation, things like that, our music choice, our topics, and we will continue to do our best for our very best for the keepers, always joining, tuning in, and especially for the founding president of Keepers Club. So may we all take a group photo, if that's all right. May we do like a 3 count, do like a normal one, and then the keepers one as well. Wow, go AC from work. Wow. Okay. Well, yes. Let's get this fast. Or I mean, let's give it a 3, 2, and 1. And let's do another one. K4 Keepers Club. We do a 1, 2, and 3. All right. Thank you so much. What a nice episode. Thank you for everyone joining. Regards to Angela at work. And thank you always, Angelo, helping out with the thumbnails, of course. And to all the keepers that have joined and tuned in. So lots of love from the podcast. And of course, let me play this, by the way. Feel free to stay, of course, in case we could chat a little more if your heart so desires. And let me cue this. Thank you for your patience. So, and this one too. Or actually, oh yeah, that's it actually. Yeah, so may we all have a blessed day. Hope to see you soon. Have a great day. And great job, everyone. So, go, keepers! Woo!
Good job, everybody. We're showcasing their talents and talking in the podcast. Have a blessed night.
Bye.
Bye.
Nice one, Simon, Anthony, Sherlyn, Eric. Woo!
Arigato gozaimashita. Sayonara.
Arigato
Oitashimashite.
Au revoir.
Shasha.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Muchas gracias.
Bon autonomy.
Pasibo.
Good. Au revoir.
Marhaba, my brothers.
Inshallah, you have a great day, everyone. Woo!
Bye. See you next week.
Assalamualaikum.
Road to episode 40.
Assalamualaikum.
Maraming salamat po. Woo!
Xin chào.
Okay.
Bye.
Ni hao ma.
I mean,